Hello, this is Sky. I hope you're doing well. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now, as well as most likely in our insides, because the outside world reflects the inside, and the inside reflects the outside. These two are always connected. And the question is, where is our point of power? There is a very common belief in this world that we are powerless, and nothing could be further from the truth. When somebody believes that he or she is powerless, he or she does not use their power to the most effective extent that they could, because they think they're powerless. They cannot do anything. If you don't seize your authority, if you don't um, take action in what possibilities that you have to change a situation that you think needs improvement, then you just carry on living your life in a way that is maybe comfortable as possible, at least, and does not really bring a lot of fulfillment, maybe. So this belief that we are powerless is based on having us focus all our attention towards what is happening around us rather than what's happening within us. The truth of the matter is that the wars that are happening outside happen because there are wars happening in our insides. And right now, what's happening is that everything that has been dark in the world and inside of our own world is coming to the surface to be cleared. Because we are in this huge shift where we're going from one level to the next. And it's a huge cleansing process that's happening in the world right now and inside of ourselves, which does not allow for anything to be hidden anymore. It is all coming to the surface. So all the subjects inside of yourself that you have been able to distract yourself from by covering it up, by not dealing with it, by just seeking distraction in the outside world, are going to come up now for you to deal with them. And that is not always so easy, and it can be on the physical plane, it can be on the psychological plane, but anything that you haven't dealt with is going to come up right now for you to deal with it. And then we are being distracted by the news that are happening in the outside and that make us focus on the wars, on the catastrophes. And what happens is that we feel powerless when in the face of all these things. We think we cannot change anything. It oftentimes triggers a feeling of depression or despair. And then there's all these things that are happening inside of us also. So it's all doom and gloom. And actually, our point of power is in the insides, and by making peace in the wars that are happening in the insides, that is how we bring peace to the outside. And that is something that we have not been educated with, that we have power. We feel powerless. Usually we feel so powerless. We think that, oh, what am I able to do in this world? My impact is so little. I'm not a politician. I don't make the rules, I don't make the laws, I have no effect whatsoever. I might as well continue living a life in mediocrity, you know. Um, and that's why we do not make use of all the gifts that we have, of everything that we have to give to this world, because we think it's useless anyway. We cannot make a difference. The truth is that we make a difference with every thought that we think, with every feeling that we have, with every action that we take, and be it ever so little, because every thought, every feeling, every action sends out ripples into this world. And if we do something nice to a neighbor, or we go to the supermarket, smile at someone that's having a bad day, or some unfriendly person at the cashier, for example, who's saying, oh, you know um, trying to get in front, or I don't know what, or just the cashier who's not being friendly. If we see these people with love, and if we say a friendly word and smile at them, rather than becoming defensive and saying, well, what, this is incredible, this behavior, um, what are they doing? See how that can go both ways. It can be one person who's depressed and having a bad day affecting the other also having a bad day, or it can be somebody who's in a happy mood affecting somebody else to become more happy, or um, being having a friendly feeling towards the outside world and spreading friendliness. And right now, it is so important for all of us to become aware of the power that we have to change the world, and not change it by imposing some law, or I don't know, changing an entire country from one day to the next, or ending a war that we would like to see ended, but changing the world by changing the war, the process, or making peace inside of ourselves. Because with everything that we make peace inside of ourselves with, we change the outside world. That is one thing. And understanding that everything that we came onto the earth with, all the gifts that we have, they are here to be shared. They are here to make a difference. We are the ones who are creating this world. So if we think that we have nothing to give, or we are powerless, then we don't do it. And we might find ourselves, a lot of us find ourselves in situations right now where we are um, at the end maybe of a relationship, at the end of a work, at the end of a phase of our lives, um, in a place of change. So unless we understand that we are important, that we matter, that what we do matters, what we think matters, what we feel matters, that we have an impact to make on this world, we don't do it. And the impact does not start by trying to make everyone do what we think is good, what we think is right. That is not the impact, because that is imposing our own beliefs of what we think the world should be like onto everybody else. The impact that we make is to follow our own hearts, to do things that make us feel joyful, and to make peace with everything inside of us that we haven't looked at yet. that we have been distracted from or have um, purposefully distracted ourselves from. And to understand that our lives have meaning, that we have something to do here. So let's get to it. And how does that work? It works by stopping to try and flee from yourself. Look at yourself. Look at everything that comes up right now that wants to be cleared, and start making peace with these subjects. And most important of all is we need the connection with the force of life, which I like to call the divine, because that is the force that nourishes everything, that nourishes creation. And if we are disconnected from that force, we are like an electrical device that is unplugged from the electrical outlet. We are isolated, and we're not connected. We're standing around useless. Just like an electrical device that is not plugged in, it's standing around useless. It's not doing anything, you know. That is the source of our power eventually, that we connect with this divine life force and understand that we have a contribution to make in this world. And that contribution is not focusing on the news and becoming depressed and hopeless and desperate. That is focusing on the outside world and letting it drag you down, because depression creates more depression. Hopelessness creates more hopelessness. That is not where our attention should be. Our attention should be in our own hearts, onto our own lives. We are not powerless. We are very powerful. And that sounds like a stupid phrase, but this is at the core of the shift that is going on, because humankind is finding back to its power. When we find the power that we are connected to, and I'm saying connected to because if we think that we have that power, that is again, imposing our own convictions on others as isolated beings. No, the power that we're connected to, if we discover the power that we're connected to, it's like a light bulb comes on, because that is what starts sharing what we have, the contribution that we came to this world with the world. We are beautiful, powerful, amazing, shining beings, and everything that finds peace inside of ourselves, everything that is being healed inside of ourselves is a part of the world healed. We are all interconnected. So, what does that mean for our own lives? Look at your life. Look at everything that you haven't looked at, that is kind of stirring inside of yourself and saying, well, I don't really like that situation. This is something that doesn't fulfill me. I want change here. Or What is a dream that you've had for a very long time? Start nourishing it. Start thinking about it. Start daydreaming. Start imagining the world the way that you would like for it to be. Start imagining your life as you would like for it to be. And don't start by wanting to change the others or by wanting to change the outside circumstances or the world. Start changing your own thoughts and feelings, because that is the seed for everything that is happening around you. Not changing the outside world, but changing inside. Stop focusing on everything that makes you want to believe that you are powerless, that you cannot do anything, that we are set up for the apocalypse or I don't know what, because that is just not the truth. But anyway, even if it was, stop. No, but it's not. It's not the truth. But it is a reality that is being that tries to catch our attention in order for us to create that kind of reality by the thoughts and feelings that we have when we look at it. Because, as I said, depression creates more depression, despair creates more despair, hopelessness creates more hopelessness. That is not our point of power. Our point of power is making peace inside of ourselves. You have power. Seek that connection. Go inside of your heart and ask yourself, what is it that needs to be healed? What is it that needs to be changed? What is it I need to look at? And don't hide anymore, because it's no use. Everything that has been in the darkness is coming up right now to be cleared. So you might as well face it and make peace. There's no other way. Have a beautiful day. Bye.